Hello, everyone. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If series. And in this What If, I am gonna go over what if Deku had Final Countdown as his power. That same one where in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's this card called Final Countdown. And whoever ever has this and waits like 20 turns would win the duel. Yeah. So, in this alternate universe, there's these types that are mystery, or no, quirkless, quirked, skilled, ability, and mystery. So, yeah. And then there's also one unknown. One. The ones that are unknown is like basically if Naruto was in My Hero Academia thing. Yeah, this guy or this one, whoever has the eye that turns into that is the people that are unknown. It gives the user the quality of and if a person that has all of them can is basically yeah. So, and in this one, like Final Countdown, as his power one, every time he hits opponent, it would last for 20 minutes. And it's like a person would be frozen there waiting for the response for 20 minutes. He always, yeah. Yeah. So, I'm also throwing in Zumi to keep the canon version and this version both the same. AKA, Zuko gets that much power, and Zumi gets one for all. Similar to her brother from canon. Yeah. So, basically, yeah. So, yeah. So he was born as his eye, yeah. It only activates when a person that required, or was born with all of them, when they are at age of 15. When they go to the school, the when they go to school, it basically Bakugo didn't realize it. And there was also a vampire girl. I'm trying to find her, but because you guys voted for it. So yeah, basically every single person was not that high yet. They could have 1 or 2 or 3, but never all 5 of them. Yeah, 5 of them. So yeah. I mean, go back and forth between her and, because if I here, let's copy this and let's go over here. So yeah, so I'll just use her as, because the vampire. So in the final countdown, so Zuko was born as all of them. He can infuse them. So at age of 4, or after they were born, at age of 4, they go home to the Quirk Doctor as Zuko. Or the Quirk Doctor looks at Zumi first and tells her she can become a hero because she has fire manipulation. As he goes over her to Zuko and tells him that he's quirkless. Yes. He can't become a hero. As his own father and mother have agreed to, like, after they left, they don't want to do anything with their son anymore. So, yeah, they ended up abandoning him at a young age. So, let's do a time skip to about 15. Zuko, who was basically always gotten beaten up by Bakugo every single day, every single minute. So he ends up, but one particular day, after the UA, he exams, Principal Nezu wants to see if there's any one could reach that much power full. Like, aka whoever has this eye, they they aren't like separate person. They have to, or they are automatically going to be in class 1A. If they were in class B and they had stats, they are now boosted up to class 1A as a most valuable person in the entire world. And Zuko, who had that. Like, after he reached 15, his eye starts to, like, manifest into that eye. As he looks inside of a broken mirror, as he looks at himself, and he sees an eye, as he rubs it, as he doesn't understand, and he didn't like get any needles inside of his eye, as people, or like homeless people, was like looking around, and none of them actually did anything to Zuko or anyone. They didn't see anyone, so they looked at him, or they kept a close eye on him, on like his eyes, as they noticed there was a massive changes. As they're like, Zuko, you better close your eyes right now. Okay. As he closes his eyes, and when he opened one, it's still there. As a homeless person realized that Zuko was that he had obtained all of that. As Zuko, as one of the homeless people asks him, because they never seen that type of like a person. And Zuko wears sunglasses. As a vampire girl, was at the UA exam. She's about the same age as him, but she was born as a vampire. She doesn't inherit like that eye thing that I told you about, because she has fangs. Well, sorry. So, yeah. As Principal Nezu was like, okay, as Zuko runs up with a full sprint motion, as instead of like grabbing the boulder, he actually went up and punched the 0-pointer's chest all the way through, as it dented, as as something tells him inside of his own head, there's a timer. 20, 10, or no, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And during that count thing, he picks up the debris. He gets Ochaku out of there. And then she thanks him for it. As a vampire girl wants to. As yeah. When they were like about to walk away, the explosion happened in the background. Like the giant size hole was through the monster's, or through the Zero Pointer's chest. It exploded. And everyone was like startled by that explosion. It wasn't like a pop, it was like a nuclear explosion. And yeah. So Zuko, like before he left, or actually Nezu could sense there something behind those glasses. As he asks Zuko to come to his office. So he does. And they visit and Zuko was basically, or Nezu could tell that something is that he's not disposing. As Nezu asks Zuko to please remove your sunglasses. As he takes off his sunglasses, as he opens his eyes, as Nezu sees it, his eyes were that. As Nezu, who hasn't like truly seen it before, because he heard about like whoever inherits that can do the unthinkable stuff. As Nezu, or when All Might when All Might saw Zuko's eyes like that, he literally went, almost had a heart attack, because that shocked the entire pro heroes. As Nezu says, out of all of you, or you are now officially Class 1A. Or you already got your report before the rest of the students. As he asks him one question, or actually he thanks him, and then this is a question. Were you scared? What he showed? Well, as he walks up, or like looks at All Might, as then he walks, or then he looks back. He says, "Well, there's a story behind it. You already know the who, or you probably don't know the story. As once there was this guy. You already knew about the one that gave all the quirks to everybody. Like everyone that wants a quirk, and whoever's quirkless stays quirkless and all that stuff. Well, there's a different man, and he had a power to rain down his wrath onto people that have that eye. Of whoever obtains that power could control the entire universe, multiverse, everything. So yeah, it was pretty big deal if pro heroes are scared, like a little bit scared, and that's why Nezu wants Zuko to be in class 1A, because he is a pawn. He is a weapon for them. And yeah, as a bunch of homeless people were like, huh, that kid is strong. Or I hope that he didn't know about that living, breathing entity known as the final countdown goddess. And then, as every homeless person was talking about it, as the guy that I forgot his name, the one that was at the as this guy was like, it's very fascinating on it. So as he asks the homeless person what's going on, as the one of the homeless explains everything about a certain kid or dead that used to be like homeless person, and ended up having that mark on his eyes. The one, you know what I mean. As, his good information. The mark in his eyes. As Zuko, or as he is grinning from ear to ear. What's this boy's name? Zuko Midoriya, or Zuko. Well, if he's that important, I might report this to one of my co-workers or my boss. So have fun as he goes in. As it's like a call. Oh, with All for One, as All for One answered, as he tells them everything, as All for One is like, thank you for the report. Now, I'm just gonna get some preparations. And Zuko, you probably will be my tool. For world's domination. I can't wait to see what you can be capable of. Yeah, so... Yeah. Zuko ends up... So, now there's balance of the pro heroes like Nezu having their meeting as... Yeah. Having their meeting on Zuko. No, that probably he's the most important person. We need to figure out how should we solve this problem. Because no matter what, as Zuko ends up, like, he was in the crowd as, yeah, Nezu says, well, we should implement dorms earlier and have him in the special room. Where he... Okay? Because if he's that valuable, he won't be just like walking around the street. Because probably there's a certain villains might try to get to him. As All Might thinks of All for One, might try to use him as a weapon in his massive scheme. But based off of his kind aura, he doesn't want to do that. So then, yeah. So then, now he's in class 1A. Yeah. So he does the ball throw. He got over infinity. Yeah. He got over infinity. He got... So I'm skipping the ball throw and the... Heroes versus Villains, and now USJ. Hey, one. Zuko, arrived. Or actually, he was walking past as his eyes start to react. As he could see into the future. Or what will happen. As he looks over her and he sees the heroes, or the students getting ambushed by the villains. Sorry. as they were as he could see in horror of what becomes as he puts on his sunglasses as he keeps walking away as because his speed or his like normal walking kind is faster than the Flash at full speed. So he could be so when he rubbed his eyes as Bakugo sees his friend or his one that bullied him around deku as you think that sunglasses I don't recognize you? You mean that? As Bakugo grabs the Zuko's glass or sunglasses, ripped it off of his eye, or ripped it off. As he opens, or when Zuko, or no, not Zuko, when Bakugo sees, or when he opens his eyes, he sees in horror as Zuko, or as Bakugo fell backwards. And as the entire class 1A saw his eyes. As he picks up his broken glasses, and Momo Hill made him a fresh pair by using her quirk. As he puts them on, because they are now, or Bakugo is now, is scared out of his mind. He didn't realize that his friend was born, as even Mr. Aizawa woke up from his nap. His eyes, when he saw what Zuko's eyes looked like, he was terrified too. As he was like, he wasn't like surprised like all the way, but he could not believe as so it's really not copying anyone. I just thought of I just needed a eyeball for this, whatever. So so Zuko, who was born, or actually he doesn't remember having these eyes. He remembers he was born with a normal eyes, like you saw, Bakugo. And then now, wait, hold on. As Momo realized that, wait, so you were born as one of those new types, the unknown types. As he looks at her like, really? My doc or the quirk doctor said I was quirkless. Yes. He didn't say that I was the had anything with this. Well, as recovery girl, or let's say they took him down to recovery girl. They did some blood testing on to see if he was, and yeah, Zuko was born as that, as recovery girl says, the you were born as the one unknown because it's unique type. Because if a person that has your abilities, you can do whatever you want. You could take over a world or save the world or like anything. As he doesn't recognize his sister doesn't recognize him. Um, so he told he told Recovery Girl that I always wanted to become a hero and save people, not destroy them. Heck, you know what my favorite idol is? Is All Might. Hey? And Zuko, who said that, and a green spark comes from his hand. Like he didn't realize it. Alright. So yeah. Sorry, I had an itch on my foot. So yeah. So and he gains more powers as they told him that you could gain more powers. Every time you like think about something or someone, you like copy their powers. No matter how strong their quirk is, you gain it as your own power. Like if you were born with that power. So basically, yeah, whoever ever had as a vampire girl was, I know she's not like a vampire, she's that whatever from Fire Force. But yeah. I try to find that picture that I had on like this one. Do you see her? The one that's yeah. Well, she's a redhead, and yeah, she ends up waving at him. So I'll just use this one. So basically, So basically, she was like looking at him, and her name isn't Alice from What If Deku Catch the Eye of the Vampire one, or any of that other ones. Her name is I don't remember. I just call her Vampire. I was gonna call her like Vampirine. But Vampire, her girl, might. That's her name from now on. She goes by Vampire. So she ends up, because she knew that she has a crush on him. She has a deep crush on Zuko. Before she got her, like, vampire powers things, she, at the age of 3, or in this alternate timeline, in order to become a vampire, they have to become, or when they were born, or after they were born, but at age of 10, they get their vampire's powers. And yeah. So, but when they were at 3 years old, when she was human, or she was born as a vampire thing, but not fully vampire. So at age of 3, she had a crush on Zuko. No, really bad. Like, AKA, she wants him to be her boyfriend, kind. And after she heard that he has born as the unknown creature, or the ones that are unknown, he ends up basically, he was, so she wants him all to herself. But there's other people, like Rinko, wants him for her because she loves spooky stuff, and so please wait for part 2 to come out, okay? So, bye.